Hello all, thank y'all for watching.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to start a casual playthrough of Bloodborne and do a walkthrough as well.
Well, you've come to the right
We're going
place.
to show you how to do this very
Yarnum is
early,
the
very
home of
easy,
blood
and I'm going to
administration.
break it down in
You
each
need only
area
unravel its mystery.
by the bosses.
But that's an outsider
Each
like
area,
yourself to begin.
each episode of this will be
Easy,
one area
with a bit of
and
Yarnum
one
blood
to
in
two
your
bosses dependent on
First, you'll need a contract.
how big the area is, pretty much. So the first area here has two bosses. We have the Cleric Beast and Father Gascoigne. Now, you have different classes you can choose from. Each one has different attributes. Everybody is level 10 except for the Wasted Skin, who starts off at level 4. They are the weakest one. The Noble and the Crew Fate have the most money starting off with. I usually go with the Military Veteran because he has a well balanced melee stats. And then you can go into actually creating your character however you choose fit and go from there. So you do not have a weapon yet. I say that. You do not have a weapon yet. But
Good.
don't be discouraged. We can still get through this with relative ease. So we're always going to wake up in the clinic. You're going to go out that door right there. We're going to go down. There's going to be a werewolf snacking on somebody. We're going to bait the werewolf. We're going to try to bait out a big attack from the werewolf. That gives us time to run away to get out of the clinic. That's the attack we're more or less waiting on. And we're going to go here. And we're going to just leave. Because it takes them forever to open doors. It's annoying. So, do not grab that item at the start. Leave it alone. We get 20 bullets that we can carry max at any time, and that is 10 free bullets. And we're going to pick up our weapon, our pistol, and our melee weapon here in like a minute. I'm going to bait him over there, and we're going to get over here, pull the lever, move around to the side, grab those blood vials, and then you just run along the fence line. Roll through that, run back along the fence line, and you get away from all them. Now, this is a PlayStation 4 game, so if you're playing this for the first time, it is not perfect. As you saw, I got over there in front of the ladder, and it was telling me that I couldn't use the device I used to lower the ladder. No idea why. But it is what it is. But you want to go to that lamp. You want to light that lamp. Okay. That lamp takes us to the hub. Now, we have things here at the hub that we cannot do yet because we don't have certain items or certain levels. When I say levels, I mean insight at the moment, because we need at least one insight in order to talk to the doll that allows us to level up, which is that person right there. So we have a bird bath up there right above my head that allows us to purchase items with insight, and we have the bird bath right there that allows us to purchase items with souls. Now, when getting here for the first time, you're able to select your starter weapon. You have a dexterity based weapon right here, you have a strength based weapon right here, and you have a balanced weapon for the most part right here. Now, these don't make much of a difference. This one does more damage. This one does more like shock than anything else. But the pistol is more or less for parry. So, if you died to the werewolf, you're not able to get into this location. Because as soon as you die to the werewolf, it immediately teleports you here. These doors will be locked until you make your way outside of the clinic. Okay? So don't be discouraged. You can get here. It's relatively simple. Just kill the werewolf. We're going to go kill the werewolf. You'll see it's real simple once you get a weapon. Because it's already over half. It's already weak. So you have your storage unit here. This is where we're going to use to level up our weapon, as well as add gems to our weapon to add bonus damage as well as other effects. We will use this to equip talismans a little later on. We got to get the item after we defeat a boss. You have these headstones out here. They allow us to make dungeons, chalice dungeons, but we got to get this stuff in order to make them. And then these tombstones right here are the ones that have the more or less the areas throughout the game, and you can kind of warp back to them. Okay, so we're gonna head back to the first floor sick room, which is the clinic we are in. There was no lamp there to begin with, but we get a lamp after we get out of there. It automatically puts a lamp there for us, because we came through that door, which we cannot go back through now. There is somebody on the other side that is barring it. And we ran through here. And this lamp wasn't here. So it automatically gives us one free lamp. So now we just go up here and we hit the big bad wolf. As you see, he dies relatively quick. Don't let that fool you. The werewolves are not weak. They are not. Now, remember I told you to leave that item there? Well, if you look, since we picked up the pistol, we got 10 bullets. We got 10 more. If you pick that item up before you acquire the pistol, you will only have 10 bullets. It will not give you the full 20 like how we got now because of it. You pick it up, it automatically will not give you the 10 bullets when you pick up the pistol. Whenever you select your pistol, it automatically gives you 10. So that's why I leave it. That's why I leave it alone until after I pick up my pistol. So that way I can have the maximum number of bullets as soon as possible. So when you see lanterns like this, it means there's somebody you can talk to and interact. Majority of the people are just dicks. They're a pain in the ass. They're just going to talk crap about you, blame you for everything going on, whatnot like that. There are some. I advise you to talk to them all. Figure it out. There are some in there that actually give you items and stuff like that, but only after you defeat certain enemies or do certain things. And we're going to cover the first area and get those guys as well. So this game has what they call the rally mechanic, where if you take damage, you can attack them back and recover health. And it allows you to get health back. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. It works out relatively well. It actually implores you to be more aggressive than what you would be if you played any of the other Souls games. Because you're getting your health back after you get hit by killing these fools. The combat in this game is a bit faster. You have a roll, but when you're in combat, you have more like a dash that you are able to do. Okay. Now, we have an enemy type that is going to appear throughout. This guy here is an elite, or not an elite. He is just a tougher enemy. He is a pain in the ass. The best way to beat him is either to learn his timing and get the parries down on him, which I struggle with this guy very much. So I developed another way of being able to beat him. I take the pop shot at him, I get him walking this way, and then I more or less run off because he is going to want to go back to his little area. Now, the weapons in Bloodborne have two forms. You have your base form and your trick form. I'm in my trick form. Now, we're going to walk up because we move fast. We will catch up to him just by walking. And we're going to charge heavy attack at his back, because now it allows us to get a backstab in on him. And it allows us to kill him relatively easy. I did that because, like I said, I still struggle with him, and I have close to 500 plus hours in this game. I know there are people that have a lot more, that are a lot better at this than I am. But all these folks do all these insane challenge runs. And all these insane challenge runs are absolutely insane. Because it's exactly what they are. They're challenge runs. They're insane. So I developed ways to play this game for normal people. So the item we just picked up is a blood shard. We use it to level up the weapons. There's 10 free blood shards in this area that we are going to collect. And it's going to give us a +2 weapon before we kill a single boss. Now, there are certain enemies that have the potential to drop more blood shards. And we are going to we're going to kill everything. So we have the potential to actually get even more drops than normal, or get even more stones than what you normally would get because of that. Now, that right there is blood echoes, or souls, or runes, depending on whatever game you have experience with. If you played any of the other Souls games, it is your soldier of lost soldier, your unnamed soldier of souls, your golden runes, and Elden Ring. And stuff like that. Now, the dogs are one of the worst enemies in this game. They are fast, they are vicious, they fucking suck. Followed by the gunmen after that. So, if you have an area that has dogs, like that one, kill the dog. Kill it. It's not cute, it's not nice, just kill the dog. They are fast, they are vicious, they suck. So once you kill, there was somebody I did not kill. Haha, there he goes. So yeah, let's go ahead and go back. So if you happen to have died, this game has a unique mechanic to where if you die, your souls may not be on the ground. An enemy can pick them up and actually have them. If they have them, they have violet eyes. Their eyes glow a violet color. They're kind of smoky coming off of them. It looks pretty. It looks pretty cool. And you have to kill that one enemy in order. They glow that color. They glow that violet color, and they look a little smoky. And you have to kill that enemy in order to get them back. Like I say, it depends on where you're at and stuff like that. But it does happen. It can happen. There's a good chance that it probably has happened. So, if that has happened, and you get sent, and you always, when you die, you go back to the last grace or last lamp that you used. So, for example, say we died, right? We're going to get sent back to this grace. Now, let's say we died to the werewolf again. The werewolf's eyes will be glowing that violet color of the lamp. It's just how it goes. And then we can kill it to get back our stuff. Hold on real quick. Yeah. So once you kill them, you'll see a message pop across the screen in bluish writing saying blood echoes retrieved. And then you can go back to doing what you want, right? So by that point, I'm assuming you probably may have already unlocked the gate there. And you may have died to someone in the plaza, because it's very possible it happens. These enemies like to gank you and jump you, and it makes for a very annoying, it can be a very annoying time. But if you manage to unlock the gate, you can come up from behind, and you can make the plaza stuff that much easier. God damn it. There goes the weird. There's weird shit that happened in this game, and I'm glad this happened, because now I can show y'all exactly what I was just explaining about what happens when you die. Bad thing is, you can get, your attacks can miss when they normally wouldn't miss for some reason. In this game, you can have attacks actually go right through enemies when they normally wouldn't go through the enemies. So and don't try to trade with him. Like how me and him hit each other, we traded blows. He knocked me back. If we would have kept trying, he would have eventually went out, and his attacks would have eventually gotten faster than mine. So, as you see, the shield guy has my souls. And when you kill him, blood echoes retrieved. Now, this ain't a bad strategy. This is what I was going to show you a minute ago. But sometimes just showing y'all the death stuff, the dying part, does make it a bit easier for people to understand how to get their stuff back if they do die. Like, I was going to get farther up into the plaza and then let them gank me, but I mean, that worked too. But that is exactly how you retrieve your blood echoes. And then, as in good old fashioned, anything that you've killed will automatically respawn and come after you. Yo, where are you going? Now this guy has the potential to drop all sorts of things. Not just blood vials, but usually it is blood vials. He can drop blood gems, which are what we'll eventually get the tool for, to give us bonus damage on our weapon. You can add status effects to your weapon, elemental damage to your weapon, and stuff like that with them. You have different types of weapons. You have thrusting, you have blunt, and there are different gems for each thing. You have gems that are for particular enemies that do bonus damage to beasts, kins, and stuff like that. So, if you happen to have died and you open that shortcut, as you see, coming back through, we have less people here in the plaza to deal with. It does make it easier to get through them. Coming back through after you've opened it, because you can take out a good handful of them before they even get up here and get a chance to gang up to potentially gank you. Thank God the dog died. Like, not that hard. Once you get used to them, once you get used to everything and the folks and how this game works, it does make it a lot easier. But understanding it and actually getting good at it is two different things. Did we already pick up that blood shard? I guess we did. Okay. So we got two new enemy types that are down here. You got crows and then we got trolls. Crows are a bit stupid. They will attack your last known position. So when they jump up, you can easily just circle around them. They will attack that position and then they will land and start looking for you. They have no tracking whatsoever. Now, these trolls are relatively simple. When their hands reach the highest point, you shoot them and you can parry them. Majority of the time, the trolls drop blood vials. They can be annoying when you want them to drop blood vials. They may drop an item known as shining coins. They're just used to lay down, they're just used as markers. You drop it, there's a shining coin in the area, you know, you can use it to tell yourself, hey, I've been here. Now, enemies in this game are quite stupid. You stand by the fence, they will run at a straight line at you. Why did he hit so hard? Must have been counter damage. If you run by that troll without killing it and these guys aggro, the troll will come up here to investigate. And if you're fighting them, the troll will usually sneak up on you and get you from the back. Now, after you do that, you come up here, hook the left, run to the corner, you get your third blood shard. Now, we have werewolves. We've already fought a werewolf. These werewolves are at full health. They are strong, they are fast, they will kill you. But I'm going to show you an easy trick to deal with them. Yeah. We're going to put the oil on. So the Molotovs or firebombs, we're going to actually use those on the werewolves because beasts are weak to fire. They take bonus damage from fire. The pebbles we will use to get people's attention and lure them to us. So these enemies here, another type, these are the beastmen. They have the potential to drop blood shards, which, as you see, we got one. The werewolves can too. It is a low drop rate, but they can. Majority of the time, they drop blood vials. Damn it. I don't like it when they're down there. So then we have the beastmen with the spear. These guys are a big pain in the ass. They can hit you without the weapon actually hitting you, as you just saw. The weapon does not need to hit you in order for it to do damage. For some reason, the hitboxes in the game extend before the actual weapon. I don't know why you're over here, but that works for me. So and the safest way to fight them is to parry them. You can melee them because most things in this game do get staggered by hitting them. Some of the bigger enemies, you need a bigger weapon to kill them. But yeah, so we come down here because we get quite a bit of blood vials from it, and then we're able to pick up the hunter's armor, which is going to give us some better defense throughout this game. And you kind of want that. You kind of want better defense. Excuse me. you got to be like that. There you go. So, rats down here can drop throwing knives. Okay. Throwing knives are useful. They do a good chunk of damage. If we get them to drop them. Like everything in this game, everything is dangerous. Everything wants to kill you. I advise not letting anything team up. There we go. I advise not letting anything group up together to attack you, because as y'all saw earlier when I took the death, multiple enemies hitting you will just melt your HP bar. Everything in this game wants to kill you. Everything in this game hits fast. Everything in this game hits hard. Well, not everything hits fast, but everything hits hard. Harder than most. Until we start leveling up. We're going to acquire 2 items in particular. Way to go, Mr. Fumblefingers. We're going to acquire 2 items in particular that are going to allow us to level up without us having to actually go into a boss arena. When you go into a boss arena, you are automatically given 1 insight. You need 1 insight in order to activate the doll. If you do not have 1 insight, you cannot activate the doll that allows you to level up. So it is one of those things. So, as you notice, we got a werewolf that already spotted me. There are 2 basic enemies we want to take out as fast as we can for this. As you see, where's the other werewolf? There we go. So now that we got both werewolves here, what we're going to do is we're going to stand right here, lock on to the second one. You're going to throw Molotovs at the head of the second one. As you see, it's going to damage both. And if they both chase you down here right away, you can throw the 2 Molotovs, and then it's 2 hits and they're dead. Easiest way to deal with them. So, you got 3 crows and a troll. As long as you're standing within the first 3 hooves of this horse, you can kill all the crows and take half of the troll's health bar away with the Molotov. It hits him just low enough to where the explosion really it hits him just low enough to where the AoE of the Molotov will take out, as you see, shining coins. Will kill all the crows. Easiest way to take out those guys. We will be making our way back to that area because that is a optional boss that is at the end of that platform, right behind those guys. When we go to kill the bosses, it will be after we've collected everything, and we have a +2 weapon. You can go in and you can fight the boss before. You just do more damage, and it makes it easier to fight them when you have more health and your weapon is upgraded. Because this is a walkthrough for beginners. You're not going to know where everything is. So you may have stumbled in there and didn't realize it. That's why this guide is here, to help you, to make it easier so you can enjoy playing the game. So we opened up another shortcut and we got our 6th blood shard. Our 7th blood shard. Oh yeah, that's right, we had one dropped. So that would be your 6th blood shard if one of the beastmen or werewolves didn't drop you one. So as you come back up out of the house, all you do is run straight across. Drop down, you're going to pick up some more cold blood, and then we're hooking to the left and we're going to open up the door to the front of that house. So we could actually sprint straight through if we need to. So if you go down the stairs, you have 2 more trolls that are down there. We're not going to deal with them yet. We're going to kill them near the end, after we take everything out. Right now, we're going to come kill the dogs in the cage. Because if you don't, they will bust out the cage and they will start chasing you down, trying to attack you. If you get here fast enough, the first 2 that pop out is this one right here and that one right there. As you see, you can get down here fast enough to attack them to keep them from getting out the cage. It makes your life a little bit easier if you do, because it is a small arena, small area, and they are quick. Okay. That right there, it clearly is a NPC that we can talk to. So you have you have 3 levels to this area. You have this area up here, right down there, and then at the very bottom of it, down there. We are going to clear out the middle section, and then the section right behind it. I was not expecting you to be able to reach me there. We're going to clear out the section down here. We have 3 beastmen, another one just like him, one with a spear, a gunman. You have 8 rats that are down here in the sewer, 2 gunmen, and then another beast spearman that is out the door to the back there. So once you kill the first one, once you get about here, you can walk up to this one and hit him with a charged R2 and then a riposte to kill him. The gunman that is hiding in the back corner will run up about halfway to see what is going on, and then pop shots off at you. You can easily just circle around to kill him. You have the other beastman that is on this middle level right here. You can use the pillars to circle around to get in front of him, behind him, however you want. You can walk up on him and sneak attack him like you did the other one. So this is the easiest way to deal with this area right here. Well, he's already right here, so we'll kill him. I take out one gunman, get the beast's attention, and then I run back this way. Sometimes the gunmen are beside each other, and it makes it more difficult to deal with 2 guys shooting at you than 1. But you can lure him over here to get him one-on-one, so you can fight him and kill him. And it makes it easier to go after the last gunman. Now, all gunmen drop silver bullets, so you can get a nice hefty supply of them pretty early. And most of the enemies drop blood vials in the first area. You have a blood dew back there, and then farther up here on one of these beams, we have another blood shard that is down there that we're going to pick up. There it is. We're going to pick up here shortly. A little shiny thing down there by those rats. that is one item that we need right now if we want to level up. It is a Madman's Knowledge. It will give us 1 insight once we use it. Now, we're going to go up top. We have 3 items up here and a actual NPC, an actual person we can see that's out here. Just chilling. Where you at, lady? Right there. So, this body right here has 2 blood shards. That is a code blue 1. And that right there is the Saw Spear. It is a slightly weaker version of the Saw Cleaver with a different trick moveset. And charged hard too. So we're going to come here, talk to her, and she's going to give us bold hunter's marks, which allow us to reset and warp right back to the last lamp we used. So whatever lamp you use to get to the area, you will warp back to that one. So we're going to hit the chains and we're going to drop both of them. Okay. Now you can drop down and you can survive the fall all the way to the bottom if you want to. So this side here has 2 rats in this corridor, 1 rat right there beside it. There's 3 rats in the corridor directly in front of us, right over there where you see the 1 rat ass, and then the far corridor has 1 rat. So you can pick your end that you want to drop from to do, but clearing this part out and then the bridge out there is going to make this a lot easier, because there's a ladder that is outside that we're going to have to take to get back up here, so we can drop back down and get the item on the other side, because there's no way to get to that side without going back up and dropping back down. As you see, 4 rats, 2 there, 1 there, and 2 more here. Easier to bait them towards you instead of you run towards them. It's just easier. Now you can throw a Molotov at one of these 2 and kill them both, or you can drop down and just kill them. So there's 2 Madman Knowledge that's in this area. We're going to collect them both. They're relatively close to each other, so it works. So now we're going to go this way, and I'm going to drop down here and deal with the 1 rat if I can hit it. Alright. Now they may not be facing you, which sometimes they're not, sometimes they are. But the rats are relatively easy to deal with, especially if you bait them towards you. Now, the rest of the enemies that are up here are crows. Probably 5, 6 crows that are up top up here. As you saw, the crows are relatively easy to deal with. You can kill them either in 1 hit, depending on your weapon, or a charged heavy attack. A heavy attack alone, just to tap R2, will kill them. As you see, takes 2 R1s with the cleaver, 2 R1s with the saw spear. Definitely would take 2 R1s with the cane. May take 1 R1 with the axe. So for this, I line myself up with this little raised square, and then I just walk off. Okay, I was not lined up properly, I guess. Oh well. If you don't get it that time, you can always get it come back around and get it. But if you fall down, I don't waste my time circling back around, because we have a madman knowledge to our right. We have a troll that is over there. You can't see him, but for some reason, I don't know why you can't see him. But we have a troll right there, and another shortcut right above us, and an NPC that gives us a item for the progression boss of this area. Oh yeah, there's 4 crows here. So now that we have both Madman's knowledge, we're going to go down, select use multiple, and use both. And then we're going to go this way, because as you see, for some reason, he just magically hides when you're on the other side. Just walk up, backstab. I'm really annoyed about the fact that I keep getting oh. There we go. So once you get up here, fastest thing to do is to pull the lever first and then go talk to the window. She's going to ask you to find her mother. Select it. She's going to give you the tiny music box. The tiny music box is what we're going to need. Now, you can go back there. That leads you back to the area right behind the plaza where the troll was, the patrol with 3 dogs, and the birds that were over there. Actually, back up. Now, because we've killed everything over there, we have no reason to go back that way. There's nothing for us that way. Down and in the water is the way we need to go. So you can come here, stand right here, and roll forward, and you will land on this side bridge every single time. And like I said, we can come. You can easily just come back and grab that. So that raised one lines you up almost perfect every single time. So another new enemy. We have 2 new enemies here. We have these creepy crawler swamp things. These guys can suck. They have a quick attack where they hit 4 or 5 times on the ground and they crawl towards you and you take damage, and it can kill you if they hit you with every attack. They have a heavy attack that hits. If you try to trade blows with them, they will win out. You need to do at least 230 damage to kill them. If you're using the saw cleaver, there's multiple ways to achieve that. 5 light attacks will kill them, which maxes out your stamina bar. You can do 3 light attacks and 2 trick attacks will kill them. However it is, it's got to be over 230 damage. And it kills them. As long as you don't run into the middle of the group and start attacking them, you are going to be safe. They also can spit poison out of their mouths and do damage. And they have a very long reach. If you want to activate them all at once, just grab the bullets that are right there. That's all you gotta do. grab the bullets and it will activate all of them. Y'all guys suck. So we got 6 more over here. And 4 crows. 3 crows. And 4 more of the little swamp things. 3 right there, and the 4th one is right here, chilling. But the moment you grab this last free blood shard, he will wake up and start attacking you. That's why I'm saying, don't let enemies group up. If I would have stood there and they would have kept attacking me, I would have died. No, we've unlocked a good amount of shortcuts. There's 4 shortcuts in this area. We have unlocked a good amount of them. There's only 1 more left to do. So getting back here wouldn't be that bad, but it's still a pain in the ass. So now we got Mr. Piggy. You get behind it, charged R2, and then you can get the critical off on it. Mr. Piggies always drop blood vials, anywhere from 2 to 4. So we just picked up our first badge. Where is it? There it is. The badges allow you to purchase items in the shop as well as at the shop with Insight. The more badges you have, the more items you're able to purchase. There are some badges you absolutely won't, because some of the items that you can get from those are extremely valuable, and they are very hard to find in the game, in the open world. So not just managing your money to purchase resources, but you have to be able to manage your insight. Now, as you see, Dummy here ran into the flaming ball, and it damn near killed him, which I always find funny. We have 4 enemies left in this whole level to kill. And this is why the throwing knives are useful, because we would have had to attack him 2 more times after we hit him 5 to kill him. Or we could throw a throwing knife and do a good chunk of damage that allows us to take him out relatively easy. And then you just walk up, charge R2, backstab. So, progression boss, right up those stairs. Now, if you don't know the trick to him, he can be a bit annoying to fight. NPC enemies in this game input read a lot and very fast. And it can make it very, very discouraging to play. And it can suck. Ugh. Stretching out here. Now, as I said, we had 2 trolls down here. We don't want to fight them both at the same time. We want them one-on-one. We're going to throw a Okay. Or not. You can hit him with a charged heavy and kind of stagger him out of what he's doing. or you can hit them with a trick weapon, a trick attack, and knock them out of it as well. But a throwing knife into a riposte, a throwing knife into the parry, and the critical will kill them right off the bat. Now, we have unlocked every shortcut in the game. We have in this level, we have opened everything that we could open. We have picked up everything we can pick up. Chances are, if you did it like this and you went through and we killed all the enemies, cleared everything out, if you don't die, you have 9,200 blood echoes. Because I took the death to show you what happens when you die and how it does happen, as well as a way to figure out where your money is. We have more, which it's not a bad thing if you have more blood echoes because you've died a few times. That's not an issue. It's fine. Okay. But as y'all notice, she is standing now. She is standing because we have 2 insight. And that is going to allow us to talk to her now to level up. Again, don't worry about this guy. If you want to talk to him, you can. I always hit him. It is what it is. Now that we're here, I am going to pop all my souls. I'm going to go over here. We're going to select fortified weapon. It's going to tell you that it uses bloodstone shards, bloodstones to level up. We're going to level it up to +2. Then we're going to go down here to this nice little doll.
And you will do it very well. Let me.
And all that tells you is that you need blood echoes in order to level up. Now, we're at level 10. We have 16,274 blood echoes. We need 829 for a single level. And then it tells you your insight, and then the middle of the screen as you level up, what is blue is what gets leveled, is what changes. We're going to put all those into our health.
Farewell, good hunter.
Because you want to level your health as fast as possible. Now, you can sell anything you don't want, anything you may not want. These shining coins, unless you want to use them for markers, so that way you know where you've been. You know, you can sell those. You don't get a lot of money for them, anything like that. That you get $500 for the saw spear, $500 for the torch. You know, you get about $700 for the clothes you're wearing when you got there. Now, I will be selling things. I'm going to repeat this. I will be selling things. Just because I sell them doesn't mean you have to. I sell certain items because I know that they pay, and I don't like clutter. I don't put stuff in my storage either. I just sell them, get the extra blood echoes, and put it into levels. You do not have to do that. If you want to keep them, you can. After you level up your weapon, you get some health. It does make this first part a lot easier. Enemies take fewer attacks. As you see, we're hitting for more damage. It's not as bad. You tank more. You can tank more hits because we've added probably about 250 points to our health from the start of the game. We started at like 550 something, and we're close to 800, just under 800. Now, we're going into the first boss fight, known as the Cleric Beast. This is an optional boss fight. Pays out 4,000 souls, and he gives us a Hunter's Badge. No reason not to kill him. So we're going to. The item that's down there is 10 10 silver bullets. Why are you backstepping all the time? Stop that. So, we just broke a limb. The bigger bosses cannot be backstabbed. You break their limbs, and depending on how many limbs you break, or what limbs you break, you can put them into a status. The camera sucks in this fight, by the way. But breaking the limbs does give you a kind of a mini stagger to where you can do more damage to them. So we're going to light this lamp. And then we're going to progress to the progression boss of this area. You know what? We'll keep that right. Put that there, and then we'll put that back there. Okay. Now, like I said, the music box is an item to make the boss fight with Father Gascoigne that much easier. Why is my splitter not working? I don't like it when it's not doing that, when it starts acting weird. So, we could run all the way back down to the sewers and go up, run by the pig, come up the ladder over there. Or we can take the elevator that we unlocked and go down. Now, difference is this. We now have a mob that is patrolling the bridge here. Now, you can take the ladder down here, go down and run by the pig and bypass them and get the big guy to hit the ball, sending it flying. Whatever you want to do, it's your call on it. I just lure these idiots into the path of the ball and let the ball kill them. That's it. And then I stick to the right side here to get Big Boy's attention. Get the riposte. So if you noticed, our riposte are doing more damage. The riposte, everything, your strength, your skill, and your vitality will increase the post damage that you do when you do the critical. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to drop that because we don't need it. We're going to select the tiny music box on our hot key item bar, and then we're going to go into the fight. I will let the cutscene play.
It's all over the shop. Soon.
Now, as you see, you can dodge him relatively easy. It's his gunshot that is the biggest pain in the ass. I am waiting for a certain attack. And that was not it. That was it. That is probably the easiest attack of his to parry. Like I said, he input reads pretty bad. This is why we level our health. Now, you can attack them. There's nothing stopping you. But about this point is when you want to start using the music box. Run behind them, charge R2, and you can get the backstab. And then he transitions into phase 2.
It's enough to make a man sick.
You get 3 uses of this music box before he goes into his final phase. We are going to go ahead and transition him into that final phase. You have 1 use of the music box after that. Throw an oil, throw a Molotov, throw a second Molotov. And you beat him. Now, as y'all saw, I spent the first half of this fight just dodging around him. You can easily dodge him. You can learn his parry timing to disrupt his attacks with the parry. For me, the easiest attack to parry is usually the where he drags his axe along the ground and then brings it up in a slashing motion. That's usually the easiest attack to parry. You can learn the other attacks if you want, whatnot like that. But once you get him down about a fourth of his HP, whether you're attacking him or hitting him with the criticals, switch to the music box, back away from him, and use it. And then run behind him, and you get free backstabs to drain him down. Once he hits about 60% of his HP, he will go into phase 3, which is the transformation that he did. That transformation, fighting him in that state is brutal. It is very brutal. If you choose to fight him melee style while he's in that form, dodge into his attacks. You want to dodge into him. It's going to make your life easier. He will miss. And you can get, there's a few punish windows that you can get while you do that. But like I told you, I prefer playing smarter, not harder. And we have successfully cleared out the first area. Now, we need to go to the second area and talk to somebody. And then we can go back and we can clear out the civilians that are in there that have some purpose in the game. So once you go up that ladder, we're going to get this item. This item is something we're going to want. It is a blood gem. Now, this is an item that we can use. We can either smash it and get a blood gem out of it, or we can return it to the little girl who gave us the music box. If we give it to the little girl, that ends her quest line, and we need her for a special item that you can only get, or that is only useful to summon the secret boss. You have to have 3 of these items in order to do it, and if you miss one of them, because it's very easy to miss one, it's actually easy to miss 2, because I had only found 1 in my very first playthrough, and that was the one you get before you for the second to last boss in the game. So before you go fight the final boss, that boss there actually drops one of the items needed. So we're going to talk to this guy, and he's going to pretty much, if we run in, when we talk to certain people, they're going to ask us for a safe place, and we're going to be able to send them here to the church. Now, we're going to send 2 people to the church now. We're going to go talk to 4 people. 2 people we can send to the church. And we're going to get somebody else that is going to ask us to send them, to send people to the clinic. There are certain people we want to send to the clinic and we want to send to the church. So, that item we picked up, the blood gem, as you notice, we have a 3rd option now. It boosts our physical attack by 2.7 and the amount of health we gain back on the rally. So if once we get hit, we can gain more back as we attack and recover health. We're going to put that on because a small boost of damage is still a boost in damage. Numbers go up. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to the first floor sick room. We're going to go talk to the lady that's at the clinic, and she's going to tell us if we find people that are alive, send them to her so she can help take care of them. There are certain people that we want to send here and certain people we don't.
Oh, splendid. Then tell them to upon this time. Well, if you find anyone, you please.
Okay. You can look through the broken window panes and you can see that it is an actual human that is back there. It is some blonde that's standing there talking to you. So now we're going to go out here and we're going to go to the lamp that is right up there, up that ladder. We're going to talk to this window. This guy is going to give us a flamethrower. Now, in order to progress these, to get the item, to get Isefka to tell you to send people over to her, you have to go to the Cathedral Ward and activate, at least go in there and activate that area. And that starts it. So, we got the little girl who gave us the music box. And then we have the old lady. There's an old lady that was down by the doggos that we need to go talk to. Now, if you're following along and you didn't go back and do any farming for any of the items or anything like that, then you don't need to worry about bloodstone shards. You just don't. Because the next area, we're going to get about 13 right off the bat. There's 2 that's out. There's 8, 10 that is out in the open. Plus a little critter that drops, that's going to drop more. Okay. Now, we're killing them and the people right over here. So that way we can get through this part relatively quick. We're going to just throw a Molotov. Kill 2 of them. We want to get the dog's attention. Kind of bring them to a choke point to where we can take them out. We're going to kill that dog. Now remember, I told you, if you activate them and get in conflict with them, the troll comes to investigate. If you shoot him right as he starts to run, it's parryable. If you shoot him as he's running, you may not get the parry. So, she's going to ask us if we found her mother. If you decided not to use the brooch and turn it into a blood gem to put on your weapon, you will have the option to give it to her. After you do that, her light will fade and you will not get anything else from her at all. And that ends that. But we need her to go to the church to help get us an item later on in the game. So as you see, she asked if we have a safe spot to send her. We want to send her to the church. So that usually runs out her dialogue.
Thank you. I love you.
There you go. We killed her dad. I kill them because they're annoying and I don't want to hear them. Now, we have another area where there are people here. But this is more or less majority of the folks that are around here. It doesn't matter what you do, their dialogue doesn't change. You don't have any interaction with them. They don't ask you for any safe spot or anything like that. So, you really don't have anything to lose by not talking to him. If I go knock on the door, it's somebody you should probably go talk to because there's something that's going on there that we either need or it just helps sets us up better. So this old lady you can send anywhere. It doesn't make a difference. I usually send her to the church because later on there's going to be a point in the game where she is going to give us items and those items are useful. Okay. Now that we've done that. Okay. We are going to use a bold hunter's mark. And we are going to go back to the last lamp that we lit, which is going to be the one at the clinic. Okay. We're going to go to the hunter's dream, and then we are going to go to where we fought Gascoigne, and we're going to go down to the pig, which is this Tomb of Odin. There's a reason being. We're going to get a item from the pig that we did not get previously. And it's simply because we sent the girl to the church. If we wouldn't have sent the girl to the church, we wouldn't have the option to try to kill the pig and get this item. Now, you can get down here and you can run, and the pig will turn around and spot you. If you walk, you can get all up on it and get the backstab. As you notice, we picked up the blood vials. There's still an item there. You only get that item if you send the little girl to the church, because she does not make it. Gotcha, didn't I? Feel a little bad about it, don't you? It is what it is. Quite a few people in these games made by this company, a lot of the NPCs die. So, don't feel bad. It happens a lot. So now, if we run to the church, we are going to see the old lady at the church. But sending the girl to the church is actually beneficial to us near the end of the game. And you will see why once we get there.
I'd rather see her.
So as you send people here, he gets more talkative. Now, she hates you at first, but there's going to come a point in the game where she is going to open up and she's going to give us more stuff. But till then, she's going to curse you and blame you for all the stuff that's going on. And that is going to be that. Ugh. Oops. Mr. Fumblefingers hit the wrong button. And thank you all for watching this first part of the walkthrough. This is the first area that is done. The next area is going to cover most of the cathedral and the Bloodstar Beast. So we will be back, and that will be up here shortly. I'm actually going to record it now. I'm just going to end this one and start on the next one with the same character in the exact same spot.